What's up, guys? Today I'm going to take you on a tour of my rod and reel arsenal. This is part 2, spinning combos. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so here's the first combo I want to show you. What I have here is an older model, Bass Pro Shops Johnny Morris Carbon Light in a spinning rod. So this is a medium heavy power fast action tip, and I have this paired with a Mitchell 308 XGE series reel. This is also an older model Mitchell. I have 30-pound braid on here, and this is kind of an all-around type rod. I use this rod for topwater, walking the dog type stuff. I also have extra spools for this Mitchell, so if I want to, I can use monofilament. I like using monofilament a little bit better for walk the dog type lures and stuff like that. But it's basically an all-around type rod. Use it just about for everything. It's a stout rod. I actually caught a 36-inch muskie on this rod with a whopper plopper from at the end of the cast, which was probably about 30 yards out. So this is basically one of my all-around type rods in spinning gear. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, next rod is a Bass Pro Shops Bionic blade with micro eyes. Now this is spinning gear. Normally I wouldn't recommend getting micro eyes for spinning gear. I got this, wanted to try it out. It works out okay. If I was to use braid on here and use a leader, I wouldn't really like it as much. The knot doesn't go through the guides as well on spinning gear as it does on bait cast gear. When you use like a modified Albright knot or something like that, it doesn't really hang up. It goes through, but there's some definite resistance on that. So this is a 7-foot rod in a medium power fast action tip. I have it paired with another Mitchell 308 XGE series, and what I have on here is 8-pound fluorocarbon, and I will use this rod for fishing pretty much any type of plastics. I will use it for Texas rigging. I will use it for weightless wacky rigging. I will use it for drop shotting, etc., shaky head, stuff like that, tubes. That's basically what this rod combo is for. Again, I have an extra spool if I ever do want to switch it up, put braid on that or monofilament, so I can do other types of things as well. Alright, here's the next rod. What I have here is a Bass Pro Shops Extreme rod. They don't make this series anymore from what I understand. This is what is it? It is a 6'8" rod, and it is in a medium light action. This is more for my finesse stuff. I have it paired with a Mitchell 308. It is a 5/8 gear ratio. I believe all these Mitchells are basically right around 5/8 gear ratio. I have 8-pound fluorocarbon on this, and I will use this rod for lighter plastics and stuff like that. Definitely drop shotting, tubes, things like that. Smaller applications, small Texas rig worms, small Texas rig type craws, things like that. That's what this rod is for. This rod right here has caught me a ton of fish. One year, the weightless flukes were like hot, man, and it is just like, it was fish after fish on this. And it's a great rod for that. Great sensitivity on this rod. Now, next rod that I have is a Bass Pro Shops Terney Special. This is the newer model Terney Specials. This is the only two-piece rod that I own as far as for bass gear goes. Fishing for bass, things like that, fishing with lures. I use this rod basically for if I'm biking or hiking. I can actually stick this in a side pouch in my backpack and use some Velcro straps or whatever and hook it up to the backpack. That helps out quite a bit. This is let me see, it's a medium heavy rod. Nice thin profile for a medium heavy rod. I really like that. I've used this rod a couple of times already this year, and it feels really good. Feeling the ticks off the bottom, rocks, things like that. It's got a lot of sensitivity. It's a fast action tip, and it's 6'6" and I have this paired with a Mitchell 308, and this is the Pro Series, and I have 20-pound braid on this. Now, if I'm fishing like plastics or something like that, I will tie a fluorocarbon or a monofilament leader on here for that as well. But if I'm fishing crankbaits or spinnerbaits, things like that, more reaction baits, I will just go with straight braid. But that's what this is for, you know, taking my foot trips or my bike trips, and so I can tuck it away in my backpack. This next rod right here is also a Bass Pro Shops Terney special, and it's also paired with a Mitchell 308 Pro. 5/8 gear ratio, pretty much all those Mitchells are. It's either 5.8 or 5.1, basically for the Mitchells in that 5 range, most of them, so if not all of them. Now, this is a 6'6" rod, and this is a medium action rod. It's a little bit thicker profile than the last one that I just showed you that was a 2-piece, but this is a 1-piece rod. This rod right here basically is a rod that I have set up for my wife when she goes out with us. I have 20-pound braid on here, and again, I will tie on a monofilament or fluorocarbon leader when she's fishing plastics like wacky rigging or Texas rigging, stuff like that. So that's basically what this rod is for. Don't get me wrong, I'll use it myself sometimes, but this is basically her rod. Alright guys, so that's part 2. Don't forget to check out the links at the end of my video. Thanks for watching, and as always, fish on.